that you are a great cook, and Marion is an amazing pastry chef, but when it comes to making bread, this bread maker not only is gonna make bread for us, but it's gonna bake cakes for us. We're gonna make our own jams, which make for delightful gifts to be able to give. I mean, and that's just the beginning. There's yogurt that you can do with this. There's all sorts of sweet breads that you can do with this. Pretzel, if you want to do. I mean, really the sky's the limit.
Amazing machine. When I remember when I grew up in Austria and my grandmother used to make bread, she had to beat the dough with her hands like for half an hour or 45 minutes, and then try to put it in a bowl somewhere and let it rise. Then she had to light up the stove, and you know, we had a wood burning stove, so to get the right temperature and everything. And then sometimes the oven wasn't hot enough. What happened? The bread went rising up, and then bang, it fall down. And we could see underneath it was like a whole layer of like rubbery bread mixture. Now, with this machine, you know, I think if my grandmother would have had a machine like that, her life would have been so much easier. And we would have had everyday fresh bread, because this, you can set it if you want to. It has 14 different settings, plus 14 different modes, plus custom-made modes. So that way, if you want to make your pizza dough, your focaccia dough, whatever, you can make it the way you like it to. So it's really so simple and so easy to operate. I love it. And you know, there's nothing better than smelling a cinnamon raisin bread in the morning when you wake up.
Yes, oh so my gosh, that sounds so good.
What you can do is set it on the timer that it starts at, let's say, 3 in the morning to mix the dough. Then it's gonna proof it, and then it's gonna bake it. At 7, when you get up, you're gonna have perfectly warm cinnamon raisin bread. And you know, you don't need a wake-up call. Your smell in your house gonna wake you up and say, I'm going into the kitchen. Yeah, I'm going in the kitchen. I wanna know what smells so amazing. And it is so easy to work with. Look at that. I have a seed bread here, for example. Now it's dinner time. Let's make a sandwich, you know. If you go to a sandwich place, how much does it cost you? And generally the bread is really not that good. It's always dry. Okay. I forgot to take the hook out. Okay, good. See, the hook is still in here. Let's take it out. Okay.
Yeah, you got a little. You got a little surprise in there.
I know. So you get the hook with you, so that makes it really even easier.
You know, Chef, I wanted to talk about a couple things. Number one, you know, if you have, you know, store-bought bread in your home, look at the ingredients. You'd be surprised and probably alarmed by how many chemicals that they put in like regular bread. And so I think one of the things you don't know what it is. Most of the time they put stuff in there, nobody knows what it is. You know, unless you went to study chemistry in school, you said, what is this? A center gum, this and that, and for what? What does it do to the bread? Well, you know, in normal ways, if you use flour, water, yeast, a little water, a little salt, or a little olive oil, then you don't gonna have bread like that for the whole week. But you know, in the bakery department, in the stores, the bread is so old because, or it can be so old and mushy still and soft still because of all the chemicals inside. So I think that's the biggest point, Chef, that you made. And you know, we didn't talk about that last hour, but I think that's the critical part of it, right? Nothing tastes better than fresh, right? Homemade, I mean, baked fresh, you know, cakes or muffins, anything that's baked fresh right out of the oven. I mean, it's just, it's amazing. And so that's why this has been so popular. It is our today's special. This is brand new, it's exclusive. Chef Wolfgang Puck has, of course, brought to us bread makers previously, but only in white.
Now look at all the beautiful colors that you can choose from. You've got your red, which I think is so pretty and perfect for holiday. I love that. Don't be afraid to shop for Christmas now because of our holiday return policy. We give you until next year, and you get those easy payments of only $20 plus tax, and we ship it right away. Black is the most limited. Marlo's favorite is the stainless. I just think it's gorgeous. I don't know if I've ever seen I'm sure they exist, but it's my first time seeing a bread maker in the stainless, and I just love it. We've got the turquoise, and then we have the mint green. I wanna show you those functions at the top because you said something, Chef, that I think really is important. Look, we've all purchased kitchen appliances and pots and pans and things that we had the best intentions. We were so inspired to get them at home. We use them once or twice, and then they end up in the garage collecting dust, right? What's amazing about this is that it's literally one button. You cannot, it's easy, it's so simple. All of those, it's one button. And you put just your few ingredients in the inside, and it does all the work. And I love that for you because you get the gratification that you'll be successful every time. And every time that you're successful, you'll want to make more and take some to your neighbor or share some with a coworker or bake some to give as gifts because you'll be successful every time when you use this. And I think that's the real success story in this, in the win, is that you can't mess it up.
I think there's nothing better than getting compliments from your family or your friends and says, oh my God, I never tasted bread like that. How did you do it? Where did you learn how to bake it? People get all intrigued, and you just tell them, I moved to Paris for a year and worked with a famous baker there, and he taught me everything I need to know about bread. While I'm talking to you, I'm gonna put my panini in here and grill my panini in my panini grill here. All right, Marianne, you're gonna watch it for me so I don't forget it. Okay, and then let me show you how easy that works. So I have my container right in here. So I'm gonna make a wheat bread. So it can be whole wheat or regular wheat. This is the things you get when you buy our box here. Everything mixed together already, everything done for you. So it's 100% foolproof. So you add first always the liquid. No matter what bread you make, liquid first. I add a little oil to it, all right, or a little butter. Okay, and then we're gonna add the flour mixture here. It has yeast in it, a little salt in it. It has everything you need, okay? And then it's so easy. You close it up, okay? And then you look here, the mode. So the mode here, it says basic bread, quick bake, French bread, ultra fast bread, whole wheat bread, cake, pound cake. So it goes up to 14 different things, including making your own jam, including making your own yogurt. So how much better can it be? Okay, so let's start it. Mode, let's make it basic, okay? We're gonna put it on 1. Okay, after 12, 13, 14, okay, 1. Then I'm gonna say, what kind of loaf? It's a 2-pound loaf, or is it, here it says dark, the color. Okay, dark color, it's fine with me. And then the loaf, what is it, a 2-pound loaf, perfect. And then nuts, you see nut here? Okay, we put nut, so now you see it has a little hook here, so that way you know you get the nut too. And now, all you have to do is turn it on. All right, did we turn it, did we plug it in? Yeah, okay. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, here we go, and it's running already.
And then, Chef, from start to finish, how long does it traditionally take, like from the point that we put all the ingredients in, to the proofing, to the baking? Give us an idea of how long that process is from start to finish.
You know, it tells you right here how long here. Look at that, get this thing. So it's 3 hours really, from start to finish. So from kneading the dough, where it does it now, see that in here? Mm-hmm. To proofing the dough, to baking the dough. So it does everything for you, everything you need to know about the dough.
I love it.
It's right in here, okay?
I'm gonna chime in and encourage everyone to go ahead and place your orders. It is our best buy of the day. It's our today's special. Look at how great it is. I don't know if you heard me mention a little bit earlier, but the other thing that's new and exclusive about this is that the footprint is a little bit smaller. So you can still make up to that 2-pound loaf. It's just that we've scaled it down just a little bit so that it's not this huge appliance on your kitchen counter. We know that counter space is a premium in all of our kitchens, and so I think that's great. I think it's wonderful. You know, with so many of us, well, most of us, right, being home and self-isolating and that sort of thing, you're gonna love the idea of being able to, even if it's just your pumpkin breads or your spice breads for the holiday. So size-wise, it's about 11.5 inches long, about 8.7 inches wide, and about a little over 13 inches high. So it's a smart size on this one. And this price is incredible. Our price on this is gonna be $50 more. So, you know, maybe you kind of have thought about the idea of a bread maker, but you never made the investment, or maybe you bought one years and years ago. This is not only a bread maker, it makes jam, it bakes cakes, makes your cakes. You can do yogurt in this. You can make pretzels in this. You can do brownies in this. If you pick up the cookbook, the bread machine cookbook, it has a recipe for a keto bread. If you've ever purchased keto breads, not all of them taste good. This one tastes good. It has a gluten-free feature. I know there are millions of Americans that need to eat gluten-free. There's a gluten-free recipe in this one. I want to show you some close-ups also. The chef talked about the aroma that will fill your home. If you kind of put this on the timer and have your family wake up to fresh baked cinnamon raisin bread, there's nothing like it. By the way, it has a warm feature. So imagine being able to have breakfast or even dinner and have that bread when you take it out just be nice and warm. So I love that. Look at how beautiful this is. So you can bake cakes in this bread maker. So think of it as a cake maker as well. Look at how beautiful that is. This is like a lemon blueberry cake, lemon blueberry pound cake. That's absolutely gorgeous. You can use your own ingredients. Maybe there's certain ingredients that you stay away from or that you'd like to add. Here you can totally customize it. You can make your own home specialty loaves and pretzel breads and beautiful doughs with this as well. So we would love to certainly send this out to you. Add the cookbook to your order, chef, at under $20. It really is, I think, a fantastic, the timing on this is so spot on, right? 37 days away from Thanksgiving, the most popular time of year where we're doing more baking than ever before, than any other time of the year, and this makes it easy and simple.
Totally easy, totally foolproof, totally idiot-proof, whatever you might call it, because it does all this thinking for you. Now, you can see here, the first step is the kneading here. Look at that. See that in here? You get a close-up in here? All right. You can see the dough is kneading really well here. It didn't add the almond yet because it takes about 20 minutes before it will add the almonds, but you can see the dough is already forming here. All right. Then, afterwards, it proofs the dough. Look in here. This is how it looks before baking. All right, you get a close-up in here. Okay, you can see it's almost already all filled up here. And you look at that, see? Nice and soft and really well risen up already. And then it will bake it for you, and then you keep it in there. It will shut itself off, and you don't have to worry. Even if you say, okay, I forgot my bread, it's gonna burn. You put your bread in your oven, you let it for half an hour extra. What will happen? It will come out burnt. So not with this machine. It's gonna come out the same it should be. If you want the bread dark, you want it medium, or you want it light. So it all depends on you how you like it, okay?
And you can customize the size, right, chef? You don't have to make a 2-pound loaf. You know, maybe you
you can make a 2-pound loaf or a 1.5-pound loaf. It depends what you like. All right, look at that. Our panini is ready, and then we make dessert. We almost forgot it. Look at that. All right. Now we have dinner. You know, you don't gonna get every night to Spago or to a fancy restaurant. So you make a good sandwich at home with your homemade bread, and look at that.
Oh, that looks,
How
I'd like a
beautiful.
bite.
Yep. I think it's easy to love something so delicious. I mean, juicy inside with the tomato, the ham, the cheese. I mean, this is really a way to eat. Nobody gonna say, okay, I want a pork chop instead. Everybody gonna say, this is the best sandwich ever. Here, look at that. Can we get a close-up in here? Okay, perfect. Okay, we can put both like that. Look at that.
No, it looks great. Hey, if anybody's interested, if you're interested in buying the panini maker, it's only $35. So we've kind of been showing that panini maker. If that's something that's caught your eye and you'd like to buy it, oh, here it is. You're more than welcome to buy it. It's also on 4 flex pays, by the way. So that just simply means any major credit card under $9. That's a great one. If you love sandwiches, 1,000 watt in the panini maker, 723-649 is the item number. Be a part of the show. We would love to hear from you. We're always so very honored when Chef Wolfgang Puck is here at HSN. We know that everything that Chef Wolfgang Puck does, he does first class. This bread maker is new. So maybe you have shopped with him over the years for his bread makers. This is the new kid on the block. It's new and it's also exclusive. You can't find it anywhere else. The first time that we've done all these beautiful colors as well. Normally we just do the choice in the white. Now we've added some beautiful colors. What a great gift. Great family gift. You know, we were talking a little bit last hour about how it's so much fun to be in the kitchen and to create and to cook with your family, your children and your grandchildren, you know? And with this, it just makes it easy because pretty much the bread maker does all the work for you, but it's fun to get in there and say, hey, maybe you try a yogurt recipe or maybe you've got a wonderful recipe in jams. And they have these wonderful artisanal jars that you can buy, and you can buy pretty little ribbons and kind of personalize them. They make for great gifts. Maybe you watch your sugar, you might even be diabetic. You can make sugar-free jams if you want to. So that you can make all sorts of jams, blueberry jams, you can make any peach jams if you want, any flavor that you love out of this wonderful bread maker machine. So I think that's what's so unique about it, is that it's just not a bread maker. Maybe you don't want to make bread at all. It's pizza night and you just want to make some dough and make your own pizza. You can do that. You can make your own dough with this. If you want the black, we only have a few hundred, I think about a little over 300 remaining in the black for the entire day. So the black is very limited. We have your red, you've got that fabulous stainless steel, you also have the turquoise, and then you have the green. And if you were wondering what these boxes are, and these packages down in front, we're including these. Because we imagine that many of you are going to bake cakes and breads and give them as gifts, right? So Chef, this would be something that would be a phenomenal gift for you. You are very successful, right? You could probably buy virtually anything that you want. What do you give to someone like a Wolfgang Puck? I know that you've got a sweet tooth, so a fun, delicious pound cake would be something that you would love to get as a gift.
And you know what I do? When I have people come over to my house, for example, we don't invite 100 people now, but maybe a family or whatever, I make them a pound cake to take home. So I put it right in here, cover it up, and they can take it home and have it for breakfast the next day. So how delicious is that? To get really something special. So it is really amazing. Now look, I made specialty breads here. Can you see that? This is where I made the dough, took it out, cut it into 3, and then we make this beautiful bread here, like a challah, whatever you want to do. Look at that. See that? You toast that. It's delicious. It has great texture. I mean, it's as nice as anything could be. With the poppy seed out there, you think you're in Vienna in a bakery.
Hey,
in a bäckerei, as we would say. Yeah.
We have some customers on our Facebook page that are asking about the yogurt feature. Would you be able to talk to us a little bit about that?
Marianne, come in here. Marianne made my yogurt. Just show them how you make it so nice and creamy.
So it's really easy, and there's recipes in the book, even for a vegan one. But it starts with a quart of milk. And then for the starter, the part that makes the culture, 3 tablespoons of yogurt that you store-bought, or you save some from the other batch. You put it in the machine, and what's so cool about Wolfgang's is that many of them tell you to heat stuff up on the stove, and then you have to stir it and get it to the right temperature, and then you put it in the bread maker. With Wolfgang's, you add the milk right away, and you hit the yogurt setting. You can choose different amounts of tartness. If you go about 8 hours, that's nice and mild. If you go up to 12 hours, it's kind of stronger, which I love for cooking. But it comes out thick and creamy and 100% natural and absolutely delicious. And just like we're making so much bread right now during this pandemic, we're also making so many things that take long, like yogurt. So I'm so glad you have this setting.
Yeah.
And I think it's so easy to make at home, and I love how creamy it is. When you buy the yogurt in a store, it never tastes like this. This is really the most amazing flavor, but also the texture. You put that in your mouth, you say, I never had a yogurt like that.
Yeah, I can't wait to try that. You know, it's really interesting that in the years past, and we may even still have some, we've actually just sold an appliance that just makes yogurt. And that appliance on its own, $60, $70. So what I love about this today's special for you is that it's a multitasker. It's a yogurt maker, it's a jam maker, it's a pretzel maker, it's a dough maker, it's a quick bread maker, it's a cake maker, and it's a smaller footprint, but it can do virtually everything. Marion was talking about this cookbook. I want to show it to you once again because several hundred of you, I think 300 or 400 of you have already picked it up. Thank you for your orders. I would do it. There are 80 recipes in the inside, and it's created by Marion. It's called the Bread Machine Cookbook, by the way. It's not only for this bread maker, but for any bread maker that you might actually have. But if I can just open it up, I just want to show you just a few of, look at these. Look at this 2020 quarantine yeast bread, but there are all sorts of, there's the basic creamy yogurt recipe in the inside. There are 80 recipes, 80. And they're scrumptious, some of these recipes. So this is the one that I'm interested in. Look at that up close, look at that. Doesn't that look good? So it's called Grandma Cinnamon Raisin Bread. Start there, right? So beautiful cookbook. If you'd like to order that, $6.24 on a credit card. If you want it simple and easy and perfect every single time, add the Wolfgang Puck bread mixes to your shopping cart. Because all you have to do is add water and add oil. That's it. So it makes it, you don't have to think about, you don't have to measure anything. You don't have to worry about, do you have the right yeast? Did you put the right amount? Water, oil, that's it. We've got the classic white, and then we have the classic wheat. So certainly ask about those. Those have also been very popular. All of the choices still remain for the day. However, this is the only day that we're gonna be offering this for the holidays. We're getting you ready for the holidays. It's time to prep, get everything in place, and then of course, make your gift list, which is why we've included the gift boxes, because they do make for such very thoughtful gifts. We love to be able to give food as gifts, and it's fun to eat as well. So Chef, we noticed that you're decorating. Yeah. Tell me what type of, what type of bread is that?
Okay.
Is it a bread or a cake?
A coffee pound cake with chocolate chips in it, okay? You can see the little chocolate chips in here. It's really delicious. So I'm gonna make it into a birthday cake if I get the packet back. Okay, I put some marmalade, you know, a little raspberry marmalade or blueberry marmalade, whatever you have, and then you can decorate it really nicely. We also have a few fruits. So this is so easy for you to make something really delicious.
Ooh, I'd like to have that decorating kit. Is that decorating kit available?
Yeah, I think it's still available. Maybe a few. I don't know. Marianne knows maybe. You have? No, I have it. I have it here. That's why I have the pocket here. I have it, but I think if people are still out there who still can get it, that's really the big question. Okay, put maybe a few strawberries on top, a little powdered sugar, and here you have a nice little birthday cake. Okay, so look how simple is that? A little whipped cream.
Ooh.
And that's it. Okay, put a candle in here. Even it's Margot's birthday is coming up. All right. Okay. Happy birthday, Margot. All right. Look at that.
Thank you.
How
My birthday
fast
is
did we
actually
make
coming
it?
up.
Okay.
My birthday's in December, though. My birthday's in December.
Oh, it's coming up.
Yeah, towards the end of it.
Mine is coming up. Mine is coming up too.
When is your birthday?
But in July. But it's coming up, and sometimes I want it not to come up anymore. I said, enough already. I had enough birthdays. But, you know, for a good birthday cake, I will celebrate every year.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
true.
worth it.
Yeah. And, you know, and there's nothing, and the whole point here is that there's no substitute for homemade, right? When you make something homemade,
Exactly.
you put your heart and you put a lot of love into your food, and I think that's what's so wonderful. That's why I think so many people have been baking this year, right? This pandemic has been a whirlwind for us all, and there's something so comforting about baking and having bread and cakes.
And the smell of it, the smell alone, when you smell the baking of bread, the caramelization of the flour, of the starch, you know, it's so amazing. It gives you such a good flavor. Now look at that. Here I made just the dough. So if you want to take out the dough, if you say, okay, tomorrow is pizza time, what do? We cut that, let's say, in 3. I don't have to cut it on this one. Let's take this away here. Here, Marianne. Thank you.
Hey, Chef.
So you can... Yeah.
Really quickly, because we've got a great question from Joyce Friedman Ehrlich. She wants to know what's the difference between this new bread maker and the old one. Joyce, one of the things that's different is the size of this one. This one is more compact. It has a smaller footprint. And this one has the chute to add your nuts, your candy, and all of your fruits at the very top, right?
And Marianne, why do you like it better? Marianne actually told me that when we had the one with the 2 flips inside, she thought this one bakes it fluffier and better. So I...
It's already down, but that's exactly what you said is what I meant.
Yeah, okay, good. So
Joyce,
this
I
one
hope
makes
that
it
helps.
fluffier.
Yeah, Joyce, I hope that helps answer your question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and look at that. So here I have my pizza dough. So now we're going to put it on a sheet pan, cover it with a little plastic foil, and that's it. So that way, tomorrow I can make pizza. So we always make the dough a day ahead.
Well, Chef, this was a lot of fun. I have really missed you. I'm so happy that you're well and you look amazing. I know that you're back tonight at 8 p.m. So you're going to be sticking around. I think Leslie is going to be coming up and she's going to be doing the next show for you. But thank you so much for being a part of Good Eating and for being here.
Thank you, Marlo.